You know, like when you're sitting in class in school, you know, and you're tapping your foot. It's kind of the same principle, but instead of tapping your foot, I always would sit there and just swivel, you know, kind of side to side, and basically apply that to the pedal, where these are Sonar P433s. I believe they're like $72 a piece. You know, just basic, intermediate level or whatever, but it's just a side-to-side motion. You can start out by planing the beater all the way against the head, and then doing the motion, and then easing the pressure off of the pedal. Because that's, you know, hardly any pressure right there. The hardest part about it was being able to get the left foot to hit in between the right foot. Obviously, that took almost about a year, but once I got it, it was like second nature. Basically, the sequence would be starting from the center. It's going to be out, out, in. It's very hard to do it slowly, but I usually start off, my foot kind of comes to the left, and then I get the first stroke swinging to the right. So, you know, if like I kind of don't get that first stroke, so I always time it just a hair ahead of where I want to be. This one kind of, this pedal's been floating on me. But basically, it's just like, imagine two deals on each side of the pedal, and you're going to hit them with your heel. I got the spring tensions maxed out on these, which is pretty tight for you know, a beginner's pedal basically. They feel good though. Obviously that's getting somewhat power. I mean, this thing's sliding away from me. I can put it against the wall. I don't even know if I want to attempt with these things.
Try it. Okay.
It's the Iron Cobra Power Glide. Spring tension is maxed out. I got weights on the beater shaft. Actually, they're not even equal. These are a lot like a more sluggish feeling pedal versus, you know, the Sonar or Axis, but these will get more power, but the speed isn't going to be, you know, quite as high as something with a lighter feel to it. So this left side feels a lot different than the right. Another approach, instead of planting the beater on the head and doing the motion, is just barely put your feet on them at all. Just barely rest your feet on the pedal board and just kind of get that motion. And it came quite easy for me. Some guys don't quite get it. But you're basically wanting to keep the ball of your foot in one spot. You're not wanting to float up and down the pedal. You want to find that sweet spot and basically stay right around that sweet spot. You have to let me watch that before you take off.
Hold on. Alright, go ahead.
With Axis A longboards, I use the Sonic Hammer beaters. VDL is actually, it's the width. It's 1/5/8 nylon tip distance in between the adjustment and the bottom. Basically, is where both of them are the same. Spring tension is about a turn, maybe 2 turns from maxed out. Not quite all the way there. Beater distance is probably 3.5, maybe 4 inches away from the head on this little makeshift practice kit I made. Usually anything below 200 beats a minute, I'll just use heel up, and then for 200 and above, I'll use the swivel foot. So this is clicking at 200. Uh, 220. $240. Well, anything faster than that's going to suck. It's 300. It's actually 150 clicking at 8 notes, so. But then it's clicking at like a halftime. That way it's 4 notes and then the 1. But yeah, it's basically 300 quarter notes. I'll try it with, it's obviously going to be harder to play on this than like a bass drum, because this has basically no kind of a bounce back at all. But I'll try it with each foot and then together. For some reason, my left foot gets it easier than my right foot will.